Hey class, this is Michael Cruz with my Unit 5 repost. I accidentally posted responding to the video that we watched in class. So this video will be focused on the Real Sports documentary that was a part of the unit. Um, so the first question, describe the key points that I learned from the video. One key point was just learning about these lawsuits and that they're actually happening. I would have assumed that there's lawsuits kind of going on within high school athletics, but I wouldn't have assumed that they would be happening over playing time. Um, and it's just eye-opening just to see parents' viewpoints and false perceptions of not only their kids but just of the role of sports in their kids' lives. Number two, describe what changes you may consider in your approach to coaching as a result of this video. So the main, I guess, thing I would consider is just communication. As an assistant coach right now at a university, I don't really deal with parents a whole lot. I make myself available and I introduce myself to all of our parents and everything whenever the opportunity presents itself. But at the college level, I feel like parents aren't as attached to the program as much as they might be in the high school ranks. But that being said, I am looking to be a head coach, whether that be at the high school level or the college level. So definitely something to keep into consideration. And the big thing that I would consider, going forward is just the role of communicating with parents over playing time, policies, standards, and how I come to my conclusions about who plays and who doesn't. And then the big point that I would really consider is communicating roles and being as clear and setting those expectations out as clearly as I can. As coaches, you often are telling your guys to live up to their roles, and everyone has a role in this team, and we need everyone to fill those roles to the best of their ability. But do the guys actually really, or girls actually know what their roles are within those teams? So I think, keeping that in mind, I think that's something that is important for a leader to do, no matter what you're leading in any organization, is providing clarity, defining what we're here to do and what our roles are. So, and I think that's something that coaches could even, and myself could even do, with parents, especially at the high school level where parents are a little bit more involved than they are at the college level. Is explaining to them playing time, what goes into that, and also their individual kids' role on the team. So that way, do that before the season. So that way, as you get 2-3 weeks in the season, their son's not playing, they at least know, okay, well, this was the role, this is kind of the expectation, and we knew this going in. So, and questions can be answered before kind of the problems arise. So I think that could be a good way of going, and that would definitely be my suggestion for coaches currently in the field. And I think especially you can kind of get a good feel for the parents that might be problematic or might be a little bit more involved and might have maybe a skewed view of what the role of athletics is in their child's life. You can kind of get a feel for those parents who are a little bit more overbearing in that way. So I think keeping an eye out for that and then being proactive with those parents in particular, but I think with all parents also, just keeping those lines of communications open, making yourself available, and communicating before problems arise, just kind of anticipating those problems and then dealing with them early. I think that would be the best way of going. But anyway, thank you for listening and have a great week.